Nestled amidst the rugged terrain of Canada's northern tundra, Lake Anjikuni lies as a tranquil oasis bordered by icy waters that mirror the desolate beauty of the harsh surrounding landscape. Yet beneath the serene facade lies a chilling mystery that has puzzled investigators and captured the imagination of the curious for decades: the disappearance of an entire village. Accounts of the vanished village have become a staple of local lore, passed down through generations as cautionary tales of the mysteries that lurk beyond the safety of civilization. Despite the passage of time, the echoes of an Inuit people who once called Lake Anjikuni home reverberate. Those echoes cast a pall of unease over those who dare tread its frozen shores in search of answers and perhaps a glimpse beyond the veil. Lake Anjikuni, called Anjikuni Lake more widely by modern Canadians, is located in the sparsely populated Nunavut territory. It's a desolate region largely untouched by a human presence either then or now. The isolation only amplifies the mysterious elements of the stories people tell about it. The water is near freezing and unforgiving, the coastline is rock-filled and treacherous, and it's surrounded by frozen expanses and snow-capped peaks. Some question whether a village could even survive here now or ever has. In the rugged heart of the Canadian wilds, where the whispers of the past intertwine with the present, echoes the legacy of Joe LaBelle, a name etched in the annals of time. LaBelle was more than a mere fur trapper. He was a stalwart of the untamed Nunavut territory during the early 1900s, a time when the land itself seemed to breathe with its own rhythm. In homage to his indomitable spirit, an outpost still stands today, defiant against the elements, a beacon amidst the vast expanse of wilderness. Among towering evergreens, LaBelle crafted his existence as a solitary figure amidst nature's majesty. His weather-beaten cabin, nestled within the embrace of the forest, bore witness to the changing seasons and the ebb and flow of life. Through long stretches of solitude, he found solace in the simplicity of his rustic abode, fueled by the promise of wealth hidden in the fur-rich landscape. LaBelle's trapping routes would eventually lead him along the jagged shores, where he would find a secluded Inuit enclave. Isolated from the world, but pulsing with life, this village was a testament to human resilience. The Inuit thrived against all odds, and despite their location, welcomed the trapper. He would soon learn that he was not the first of his kind to meet them or trade with them. In the months ahead, LaBelle would continue to trade, learn to communicate, and even dine with them. In the crisp November air of 1930, LaBelle's weary steps brought him closer to the remote Inuit village than to the comfort of his own hearth. The sun cast long shadows over the icy landscape, and as hunger gnawed at his belly, he sought out the village's embrace. With each difficult step, his breath formed clouds in the frigid air, and when he reached the village outskirts, relief washed over him. As LaBelle ventured deeper into the village, an eerie silence hung in the air like a shroud, and the relief gave way to anxiety and tension. Once teeming with life, the village now appeared frozen in time. There were no people, but also no signs of a struggle or a purposeful departure. Like a scene straight out of a chilling mystery, it was as if they had been spirited away by the very Arctic winds that continued to howl through the village. Half-eaten meals remained on tables, fires smoldered in hearths, torches lay scattered, baskets were abandoned in the midst of a harvest, and fish and skins hung from racks as if awaiting the hands of absent craftsmen. LaBelle, faced with the stark reality of his circumstance, resigned himself to remain in the village that night. He held out hope that the villagers would even return, and he'd have his explanation yet. In the meantime, with the cold and darkness bearing down on him, he sought refuge within the abandoned dwellings, taking solace in the lingering warmth and scant provisions left behind. After stirring from his restless sleep, the trapper soon realized that the villagers had not returned. With a heavy heart, he made his way to his humble cabin to gather his things and head out to the nearest fort. Upon reaching the safety of the outpost, LaBelle wasted no time in recounting the chilling tale of the vanished villagers to the Northwest Mounted Police. A mounted group went out that very day in search, but their efforts yielded no answers, and even more baffling, no evidence of the village at all. Many theories soon spawned from LaBelle's account of the village, ranging from the mundane to the fantastic. Perhaps the most plausible was that they had simply relocated, only taking what they absolutely needed. This community had seemed to settle roots and fostered relationships with trappers other than LaBelle. But many Inuit people of the time were quite nomadic. In such a harsh and unforgiving landscape, survival often hinged on immediate and detached adaptation. The rich history of Inuit folklore weaves a vivid tapestry of supernatural explanations, stirring the imagination and fueling speculation in equal measure. Among the whispered tales, one name echoes with a chill that penetrates to the bone: Mahaha, the dreaded Inuit demon said to haunt the icy dreams of the Arctic, leaving only fear and uncertainty in its wake. There is also the Anupasukjuk, towering figures able to ensnare entire tribes. Then there are the elusive Ijarat, the shape-shifting masters of deception, and perhaps most unsettling of all, the Takriaksuit, who are rarely seen but often heard and always feared. Decades later, as the concept of UFOs and extraterrestrial encounters gained traction, speculation of abduction rose to the forefront. These explanations found fuel in November 1930 reports in local newspapers of eerie lights dancing across the Arctic sky. Could it be that the villagers had been snatched away by otherworldly beings, their fate sealed by forces beyond human comprehension? Such a theory certainly offers a tantalizing explanation for why there were no signs of a departure or struggle. Amid the swirling tales of the supernatural and extraterrestrial, skepticism persists among some. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police, successors to the Northwest Mounted Police, have unequivocally brushed the stories aside as nothing more than urban legend. The RCMP asserts that the region is simply too harsh. No one lives there now. No one lived there then. Yet dismissing the tale as mere legend becomes problematic in light of actual documentation. Journalist Emmett E. Kelleher penned a detailed article in the Danville Bee on November 27, 1930, immortalizing the chilling saga. Within the article, Kelleher vividly recounts the haunting narrative of Joe LaBelle, the mysterious disappearance of an entire Eskimo camp, and an extensive police search involving many men taking place over a series of days. For skeptics, doubts arise regarding the credibility of the Kelleher article. In 1931, prompted by inquiries sparked by the article, Sergeant J. Nelson of the NWMP compiled an internal report, concluding that the story lacks substantiated evidence. Nelson also questioned the reliability of Kelleher as a journalist and cast doubt upon LaBelle's status as a seasoned trapper. It's plausible that Kelleher's article could be as much a fabrication as LaBelle's account. However, evidence suggests that LaBelle was indeed a seasoned trapper, contrary to Nelson's assertions that he was a recent licensee. Furthermore, other articles by Kelleher exist, offering little indication that he had a propensity for colorful stories, as Nelson implied. Moreover, there's documentation of an NWMP patrol venturing into Lake Anjikuni in pursuit of the missing people, relying solely on LaBelle's testimony, which presumably held weight with the local authorities. There is also a fact that's difficult to ignore, which is that one of the outposts in the region is named in his honor. The mystery of Lake Anjikuni village captivates imaginations mere days after its alleged disappearance in the 1930s. Despite the treacherous journey it entailed, brave souls accustomed to the harsh wilderness of the area embarked on expeditions, driven by a fervent desire to unravel the mystery, or at least unearth evidence of the village's existence. While some stumbled upon traces of Inuit activity even back then, no concrete evidence of a permanent settlement has ever been unearthed, leaving the truth shrouded in the mists of time. As word of the mysterious disappearance spread, it would eventually pique the interests of paranormal and supernatural investigators, drawing them like moths to a flame from all corners of North America and beyond. This fascination reached its zenith during the era when extraterrestrial phenomena held sway in the popular imagination, igniting a frenzy of speculation and inquiry into the possible otherworldly origins of the bizarre event. The intrigue surrounding the Lake Anjikuni mystery seeped into the realm of popular fiction, leaving an indelible mark on the literary landscape. Renowned author Frank Edwards recounted the tale in his 1959 book, Stranger Than Science, while Whitley Strieber seemingly integrated it into his 1989 science fiction masterpiece, Majestic, intricately intertwining the narrative with the infamous Roswell incident. Yet it was Dean Koontz's gripping 1983 novel Phantoms that catapulted the enigma into the realm of mainstream consciousness. Within its pages, Koontz masterfully melded elements of Lovecraftian mythology, forming a spine-tingling tale that resonates with readers worldwide. However, when the novel was adapted into a film in 1989, much of Koontz's intricate mythology was left on the cutting room floor, leaving only traces of its chilling origins intact. Even to this day, expeditions from time to time venture into the depths of Lake Anjikuni, driven by an unyielding thirst for answers. Among the most recent undertakings was a sizable team comprising experts from prominent universities. Armed with cutting-edge equipment and employing state-of-the-art forensic techniques, they embarked on a quest to unravel the mystery shrouding the vanished village. Their efforts included painstaking excavations of the surrounding terrain. Yet despite their exhaustive endeavors, they returned empty-handed. Little in the way of definitive answers emerged, and tangible evidence validating the existence of the village remained frustratingly elusive. As the winds of winter howl across the frozen expanse of Lake Anjikuni, the mystery of the vanished village endures, a silent sentinel guarding its secrets for eternity. Yet amidst the desolation and the silence, there remains a glimmer of hope, a belief that one day, perhaps, the truth will finally be revealed, and the mystery of the missing Inuit of Lake Anjikuni will be laid to rest once and for all. Until then, it remains a haunting reminder of the vastness and the unfathomable depths of the world in which we live.